Good day everyone, welcome to Math with Teacher Justin. On today's topic, we're going to talk about rectangles and its properties. Alright.
Let's define first what is a rectangle. A rectangle is a four-sided polygon where every angle is a right angle. So, this is an example of a rectangle. Okay, let's talk about the properties of a rectangle. First property is that opposite sides are parallel. Therefore, we can also say that a rectangle is a parallelogram. So, side AD is parallel to side BC, side AB is parallel to side DC. Okay, let's talk about another property about their sides. The opposite sides of a rectangle are congruent. So, we can say that side AD is congruent to side BC and side AB is congruent to side DC. Now, let's proceed to their angles. All four angles are right angles. So, angle A, B, C, and D are all 90-degree angles. Just like our parallelogram, consecutive angles are supplementary. So, if you add angle A and angle B, it will be equal to 180 degrees. And so, as angle A plus angle D, it will also be equal to 180 degrees as long as they are consecutive angles. Alright, let's move on to its diagonal. So for the diagonal of a rectangle, they are congruent. So we can say that segment AC, the diagonal AC, is congruent to the diagonal BD. The diagonals of a rectangle bisect each other. We can say that segment AE is congruent to segment CE and segment BE is congruent to segment DE. Okay, let's apply the properties of a rectangle by solving the parts of a rectangle. Now let's have this first example. So for example, we're given this rectangle and we're going to find the values of x and y. So let's start first with solving for the value of x. Now, looking at the figure, we can use the property of the rectangle wherein the opposite sides are congruent. So we can say that side ME is congruent to side OD. Now, let's substitute the given values for each side. So we have 4x plus 21. It will be equal to 53. Now, let's solve for the value of x by transposing 21 to the other side of the equation by changing its sign. So we have 4x is equal to 53 minus 21. Combining like terms, we will have 4x is equal to 32 and divide both sides by 4. We will have x is equal to 8. Alright, now let's solve for the value of y. So, solving for the value of y, we will still use the property opposite sides are congruent. So we can say that side MO is congruent to side ED. So, knowing that they are congruent to each other, their measurement will also be equal. So, we can equate by substituting the values. We have 6y minus 21 is equal to y plus 19. Now, let's transpose all the variable term in the left side of the equation and all the constant term on the right side of the equation. So we will have 6y minus y is equal to 19 plus 21. Okay, let's use the addition and subtraction property of equality. Okay, so moving on, let's combine like terms. We will have 5y is equal to 40. And dividing both sides by 5, we will get y is equal to 8. Alright. Okay, let's have another example. So for example, we're going to solve for the value of x and y in this rectangle. Okay, so in this rectangle, we're given the measurement of each diagonal. So RA, one of the diagonals of our rectangle, is equal to 8x minus 15. And the other diagonal, DE, is equal to 5x plus 66. Now, let's solve for the value of x. Knowing that we have the diagonals of a rectangle, we can use the property the diagonals of a rectangle are congruent. So we can say that the diagonal RA is congruent to the diagonal DE. Now we can equate the given measurement of each diagonal. 8x minus 15 is equal to 5x plus 66. Now let's transfer all the variable term in the left side and all the constant term on the other side by using the addition and subtraction property of equality. So we will have 8x minus 5x is equal to 66 plus 15. Then, we combine like terms. We will have 3x is equal to 81. Then let's divide both sides by 3. Our value of x will be equal to 27. Alright, okay. Now, let's proceed to another given. So, if angle RDE is equal to 8y minus 16 degrees and angle EDA is equal to 34 degrees, what will be the value of y? So, in order for us to solve for the value of y, and we're given portion of our angle RDA, we will use the property all four angles are right angles. Okay? So, knowing that angle RDA is equal to 90 degrees, and we can say that if we add the two angles, RDE and EDA, it will be equal to our angle RDA. So, we can just substitute the given values of our angle, the measurement of each angle. We can say that 8y minus 16 plus 34 is equal to 90. Then let's combine like terms. We will have 8y plus 18 degrees is equal to 19 degrees. Then we transfer positive 18 to the other side, applying the subtraction property of equality. So we will have 8y is equal to 90 minus 18. Then let's combine like terms. We will have 8y is equal to 72 degrees. Then let's divide both sides by 8. Our value for y will be equal to 9. Alright.
Now that you already know about the properties and how to solve problems involving rectangles, it is your turn to try it. Please click the link in our description box below in order for you to test your skills. That's it for today. Again, I'm Teacher Justin. Goodbye, God bless, and stay safe. See you on my next video.